Live. Hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the League of Amazing Adventurers here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. I'm Will, and I'd be playing Wordy if I didn't have to ask Matt how to spell simple words at the start of every stream to put up the announcement.
You didn't today.
No, I did not. I used Siri.
It's what she's there for. She loves to be helpful.
Today's
got
word
Siri and you
challenge
got
for
Matt.
some reason was experiments. But
Did
we'll
you know
find-
that only the English-speaking world has spelling bees?
Really?
I don't
Yes.
like that you said that to
In
me.
fairness,
You don't like a lot of
if
things I say tonight.
if you were to try to do a spelling bee with a character-based language,
Right, like
that'd be
wouldn't
a
work.
tough one.
mhm.
Would it become Pictionaries?
I don't
God,
know.
imagine an ancient Egyptian spelling bee.
That'd be
You-
like
Feather,
We're up to
Sphinx.
we're up to some shenanigans tonight. Chat.
We're really on
are.
one.
We've been on a crazy thing, but before we continue on this crazy train, a few announcements and introductions. We'll start with some introductions. I'm joined by our wonderful cast for the League of Amazing Adventurers. We, of course, have Matthew, the person responsible for all of our lovely backgrounds here on the channel.
Buongiorno.
They're playing Garl tonight. We have
Buongiorno.
Nim, played by McKenna, the person responsible for all the lovely artwork. And I'm sure if you DM'd her and asked very nicely for a commission rate, she would give them to you.
Maybe.
You keep saying that. I just want to talk about my sweet boy. My sweet boy. That's Merle. That's Nim's Familiar, and we love him very, very much. And I'm very, very excited to see what we have going on in this episode tonight.
It's going to be a lot of RP. It's going to be a good time. And of course, we have our resident alchemist, head of the Couplet Church. We have Cooper.
Hello.
We hit the follower goal, so now it's a church. Anyway,
Can I be a cardinal?
You can.
Sweet. I'm a bird.
You won't really
Cardinal
do much,
Garden.
honestly.
and last but not least, we have Abby playing Cassandra Corellia. Abby,
Yo.
plug the Sheen thing because we haven't done that in a while for you.
Hey,
True.
you want clothes? You want a discount? The discount is 3 ABBYSWORLDS. Yeah. You can get something like this, which is a 3-piece lounge set, which I've been wearing all day.
It looks incredibly
Great.
comfy.
You can get
It
this
is.
cardigan.
And it works great with your hair.
I could
Oh,
use the
thank you.
code, and I didn't. So.
And look at that. Abby's wig is better than the ones in the later sections of season 2 of The Witcher.
Is that the code, Abby?
The code, let's see. Yeah, that's it. That's
Perfect.
the one.
All right.
Squishy's
but
not wasting any time tonight.
we got
Give me the
that one,
wolves!
we got that one. Other shows like The Calling Chronicle on Friday, The Strength of Thousands AP, which we're about to finish book 1 on Monday. Come and check that out. We're going to have a good time tonight. Yeah, let's celebrate. It's all right. And then on Sunday, we're probably going to have a surprise stream.
Oh.
It'll be one of two things. It'll either be myself doing some more Minecraft hardcore and failing miserably at that, or maybe me and Matt might bring back TCG night for a night.
Fancy.
We'll see what happens. Oh, and Abby, can you put in chat? I don't know if it'll let you, but can you link Sheen since I have people asking me for the link?
Ooh, sure. I'll also put a link in the Discord if anybody wants it.
Yeah, pop that in the Discord too. If you're not
Yeah.
part of our Discord and want to jump on Abby's sponsorship,
Yeah. I'll specifically link
We've
this-
got someone's attention in the chat.
we do. Yes, for the longest time we had a TCG night, but that got replaced by the Strength of Thousands AP.
Hi, Huto.
Here's our link to the Discord. If you want to join that, you can. And yeah, so, me and Matt might play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Now that they have a new online client and Will is stupidly excited.
That is a
What's-
long wink.
What is like? Is it like a new game or is it just?
No, it's like it's basically imagine
Is
like
it
the
Duel Links?
Yeah, it's like Duel Links, but it's a better
Okay.
updated client
Okay.
for
I'm
us.
just gonna be googling that in the background.
Yeah. All right, so we got that, and we are all set to rock and roll. So those are all of our announcements, new shows, old shows. Keep an eye out for our Pathfinder Society show. Keep an eye out for a possible Powered by the Apocalypse System show coming later in the year. That could be fun. We might do a couple one-shots beforehand. I know last year I was playing with Monster of the Week a bit, but there's a couple other Powered by the Apocalypse
Some
systems
really
that looked
cool ones.
interesting to me.
Excuse me.
And after the Monster of the Week experience I had, I think I want to check out all the other ones because like I love the system. I think it's fun, but I definitely want to see like what else there is before I commit to one Powered by the Apocalypse show. All right, and with that, I'm going to roll the league intro, and then we'll get right into the game. Last time on the League of Amazing Adventurers, our party finished off the fight they were doing up in the Magiscard Wastes and Melots and helped the people of the Viatori escape from their captivity. Upon returning to their base, they were I don't know if accosted is the right word, but they were sucked into a dream, or was it a dream, or was it reality, created by Garl's need to get the family together and have everyone be happy once again. After that was successful, our party had a little bit more downtime, collected as their thoughts and picked heading down to Calmia next, specifically Salagoza, where it said Treladar is doing experimentations on the people who live in the city. We left off with our party on the boat arriving in, and I think I'm going to reread the block text that I read last week just to reset that scene. So as you all are on the boat, a crack of lightning illuminates the city. The stark contrast between the ramshackle metal homes and buildings that line the streets of Salagoza and the castle at its center is made clear. As the boat continues to approach the crowded docks, another strike of lightning highlights the cliff face at the city's center, a collage of carved stone figures supporting the hill and the castle that sits on it. The cobblestone paths and roads sit slick with rain and filth, while a thick fog hovers over the city's streets, causing the electrical lamps that light them to produce an eerie yellow and pale green glow. Hooded masses line the streets, clamoring for space, and fishing vessels line the docks, doing the same. You were all greeted at the docks by a mishmash of people, all of which are too busy with their own lives to notice your arrival. As you come to the city, a few things to remind you of as the party. Number one is the fact that Alessandra did give you all some context, specifically a place that would be a safe place to rest and stay called the Flip House. That's in the docks section. But other than that, you all have arrived. There is two of y'all, half of this party, well, more than half of the people on this stream, but half this party have done it. There is essentially New York subway vent smell
Okay.
over
I can
this
get behind that.
entire city.
I can't.
I have no
Yeah.
frame of reference for this.
It's
You.
a little bit rough. Someone will sell you something. You should say no. They might be a fae folk.
That's so true.
I've heard
Pizza
it.
Rat,
If you,
Pizza Rat is definitely Fae.
Oh,
You
yeah.
cannot tell me otherwise.
I've heard
Agree.
that if anyone walks up to you in like Central Park at midnight and they ask you for your name and they appear very well dressed, they're probably a fae. Run away.
First of all,
That's
what the
so
fuck? What the
horrifying.
fuck are
What
you
the
doing?
fuck?
No. What the fuck are you doing in Central Park at midnight?
Well, it's a
Yeah,
lovely
well,
walk.
home.
Just fae things.
Not at
As a young
midnight.
homosexual, I could tell you, but we'd probably get taken off the air.
I now immediately regret bringing this up.
That's
and
so
unfortunately,
fair,
we don't have
Cooper.
Pokemon
That's why I
numbers.
avoid Central Park at midnight.
Unfortunately, we don't have Pokemon numbers to come back bigger after that.
Oh boy.
I just popped an ear and snorting.
So this is the night that you're in for, chat.
Oh boy.
We're very much on task tonight, but y'all have that sort of directional thing. The flip house Alessandra told you is basically from where you're landing. It's a couple blocks to the left down the docks and one block up, and it's just on a very innocuous street. If that's where you want to head, you can easily find your way there. If you guys want to explore the rest of the city before like securing quarters, you can do that too. I will ask you all, as you step off the boat, as it is, and the smell of the city hits you and the crowds hit you. Here's a question. As y'all are stepping off the boat, why don't we get some character descriptions and how you're reacting to the intense crowd of this city? Let's start with Garl.
Of course, you start with me. Garl is standing very still, eyes kind of like trying to take everything in. Not that she remembers, at least. Garl has probably not seen this many people this tight together in like a city and all these big buildings. I don't think Garl has gone with you guys. No, she did go to that first city where it was under occupation,
Yeah.
but that place was a little sparse or populated on account of all the war and genocide.
As Garl is standing there, Garl feels like a tap at their foot and notices a particularly large tail that has just bumped into them. A cloaked figure that's kind of hunched over and walking away just turns their head slightly and says, "I apologize. It twitches sometimes." And they continue walking through the crowd.
We don't talk about rat
Baboon.
person.
They were definitely a lizard person and a Rooksy.
Garl's just gonna like, okay then.
Moving on.
Moving right along.
Keeping the hands to
Cassandra.
myself.
Cassandra, why don't you give us the description of your character and tell us how you're reacting to this very intense crowd and smell.
Ooh. Well, I think thanks to recent revelations on who exactly she is and who exactly she's been, she's probably hooded in this large crowd at this point, hiding them elf ears, hiding that very white hair and deathly complexion. She is not a huge fan of very large crowds, but she is searching amongst all the not so pleasant city smells for a more pleasant smell of a food cart somewhere.
Relatable.
Yeah, if you want, you can make me a perception check.
I will. I forgot to get on to roll.
Sorry, I suppose I was supposed to maybe describe Garl there.
That's so valid, Abby.
You could totally describe girl while I'm getting on to roll 20 because I forgot. Oopsie.
Matt,
Yes.
do you want to describe Garl?
Oh, sorry. All right. Garl, probably 6 foot and change, a little hunched over, very muscular, wearing kind of tattered. What is it called again? Oh, hold on. It's a weird kind of armor. Splint mail, with several weapons actually on her back at this point now. Lots of scars, some weird crystals protruding from the skin. but a kindness and a caution behind the eyes. Sticking close to her newfound friends, though.
All right.
What check am I making? Perception?
Perception.
Perception.
Sorry, I was reading about Pizza Rat in the chat.
Understandable.
Chat rats.
Chat rats.
Unfortunately, Cassandra, as you're like smelling, just the smell of rain and filth is overpowering. You can't smell any food carts.
Cassandra goes, I'm good.
Just like downtown New York.
Next
Oh,
up,
downtown New York has nuts for nuts.
Let's go with Lynx. Why don't you describe yourself, Cooper?
What's the weather like? I'm assuming that I would know
Pouring
in
rain.
character like beforehand. Spring
Yeah.
rain.
It is pouring rain. It is just oppressively wet.
Lynx is definitely covered. He stands about 5'7". If you were to look under the hood that he's wearing, you would easily be able to see that he looks tired beyond all reason. Just kind of over this shit. Doesn't really care for crowds. Doesn't really care for most people as it is. But regardless, he's here in this very crowded city today, in the rain.
Fair enough.
Usual outfit is something along the lines of like a almost Indiana Jones looking ass with a bandolier that holds all of his bombs and everything. Today, definitely not that. Lynx is going for more of a covered conservative look, very buried underneath the hood that he's wearing, very nonchalantly like dark colors, trying very hard not to stand out.
Lynx, as you're kind of stepping off the boat and looking around, you see a number of goblins, basically just like sitting on one end of the docks, kind of all chatting.
A squad?
As they are there, sitting there, a human walks up to one of them and just stabs it into the back and pushes them into the river. And the next thing you know, that humanoid shape turns into a spider shape and just disappears under the docks.
What?
I gotta go.
Did anyone else just see that?
Yeah, literally, he's just gonna.
Girl kind of slaps herself lightly. Am I having that weird
The
dream
goblins
again?
basically like crawl under the dock and they're chasing after the spider. Like one of like
Did anyone else in the party see that? Was it just me?
Oh, everyone would have seen that. Like in the crowd around you all saw it. There was like a brief reaction, then people just kept going about their business.
That's New York.
Okay.
New York.
New York. New York.
City's so nice, they named it twice.
Lynx will simply ignore that. We don't have time to unpack all that.
I choose to ignore that.
That is not my business, Chief.
Oh boy.
And then, Nim, why don't you describe yourself as you step off the boat and into this very dark and hazy city?
Nim also has her hood up, kind of striking a slightly different silhouette as it is pulled up over puffy curly hair. So she has it's a very full hood. Tall, kind of lanky figure. Made all the taller by the heels she refuses to change out of.
Good for her.
That's the commitment.
Her cloak is also perhaps a little bit more standoutish than she would like, being the remnant of the night sky. It has kind of a starry sky pattern on it. She has tucked under her cloak her owl familiar, Merle, and has kind of tucked her purse well into her skirts. Because she, I think, out of everyone in the party, is the least uncomfortable in crowds like this, having grown up in Brightall, and knows how to not get her pockets picked walking around downtown areas of cities.
There's a little tug at your cloak.
Yes.
As you turn around to look at the source of it, there is a fluorescent red and blue Gripply standing at your feet.
What?
It's like
Frog person.
Oi, would you happen to
Hello.
be interested in selling that owl you got there?
Absolutely not. Under
Oh, it
none
looks
of
like quite a good
circumstances.
snack, though, eh? I got a big friend that will love to eat 'em.
Move
Oh.
along.
Boy, oh boy.
Damn, that's crazy. Get away from me.
If you know what is good for you, walk away.
All
Garl
right,
looms
all right.
over. You heard the lady.
Cassandra's like,
Looks at
"Please don't
Garl,
walk
looks
away."
at Nim, looks at all of you. Yeah, you know what? I know when I'm beat, and that definitely is one of those times. And they'll pop off. That was
Lynx
going to
doesn't
be-
really
that-
show a sign of hostility, but he does show a sign of interest.
That was going to be Igor's voice for a while.
Oh God.
The guts on this man, incredible.
He couldn't have known that this was Nimbus's like best friend since childhood and her number one confidant, but like he sure did pick the one thing that she would have like bitten his head off over.
Literally, I don't think I've ever seen Nimbus be hostile.
It's when it comes to this sweet boy, it's her baby.
Wait, how
Oh
long
my
do owls
God.
live?
It depends on the owl, I believe, but this one lives as long as Nimbus does.
So true, bestie.
Magic.
It's
I mean,
Magic
that may
of
very
familiars.
literally be true based on the encounters we get into.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
We don't talk about TPKs.
I think
Oof, oof,
I
oof.
think Nim looks around to see if there's any like interesting shops.
Restaurants.
Yeah, make me a perception check.
I mean, if we could find some good pub food, ooh.
I don't think she's not looking for food. I don't think she would trust any of the food here. I'm sorry. 41.
Good for her.
Yeah, as y'all are kind of making your way off of this main dock, you're coming to like the central sort of like first walkway, and just like down an alleyway, Nim, you can see like a small wooden sign that has like a door directly below it, and the wooden sign is a candle that has a book to the left and a quill to the right,
Good for her.
and it
She
kind of like the
simply found it.
candle light. Like the only reason why you notice it is because like as you're looking down the alleyway, like the sign, the candle itself, it appears to emit this like pale green and blue glow from it.
Creepy. Okay.
Can I roll for a vibe check to see if it's
Roll
like,
for vibe check.
roll for vibe check to see if it's like an ominous or like interesting and magical?
Yes.
What do I need to roll for the vibe check?
Oh, I'm just answering your question. Yes.
Oh, it's both. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit of both. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, but also this entire like city so far has that little ominous vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a certain like perception filter that just exists. A general
There
sense
sure
of
are
foreboding.
just crimes committed here.
Just
I
a
think
general sense of
Cassandra-
foreboding in the air at all times.
I think Nimbus kind of taps Cassandra on the shoulder and points at the book on the sign and goes, "Could be interesting."
Ooh, books.
Exactly. Yeah, I wanna check out the book and candle store.
Yeah. As you guys make your way to it, the door is unlocked. There's like a little open sign. As you open the door, you see stacked shelves of oddities and other just like crazy looking things. There's
Is this
like,
where we get our wands?
there's like a full like there's like a
Stop.
shelf that just has a whole bunch of different creatures in jars.
Oh, it's a snack bar.
There's
Oh.
like another shelf that has like a whole bunch of like bird skeletons and things. It appears to be like a full-on oddity shop,
Hmm.
as well as like several stacks of books on either side.
Cassandra's going right towards the oldest looking ones.
As y'all enter, basically imagine crawling down from the roof, down like one of the ladders, is this creature. And I'm going to bring the message
Oh.
to the map for a
Oh.
moment.
Oh my.
Who is this fine fellow?
Yeah,
Uh,
what's scary?
What is this fine fellow?
How is this fine fellow?
if people want to identify this fine fellow, you can make me a occultism check.
Oh, absolutely, boss. You got it.
22.
All right. Anyone else?
40.
Do I have occult? Oh, actually, I do.
I rarely get to use occultism, but he is very trained in it.
Hey, guess what? Guess who's going
Get
to
what?
get to use occultism a lot in this upcoming arc?
Congratulations, bestie.
Oh.
This is a scale scribe. Just let me pull up the
Oh,
notes for them.
Yeah, go for it.
Ah,
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, this new friend does make Cassandra jump back in a little bit of fear. A little snakish.
Yes, he is a little snakish, but scale scribes are think of them as like, so it's like a snake with multiple eyes, and they have 6 hands.
Okay.
Like a reptilian centipede. Does that make it better, Cassandra?
No. Remember
have 6
Cassandra's
hands to
worst
pet
nightmare was
6
that
cats.
centipede thing.
Okay, yeah, that's
And
fair.
all around this scale scribe's body, you just see like numbers and math and like runes and things. It looks like they keep track of their business dealings on their skin.
As like tattoos, or just like writing things on their hand? And
Like
then running out
writing
of space
things on their hand, but it looks like they can write on their entire body, and it looks like unless they
Every
erase it,
single
That's so
coworker I've
relatable.
ever had.
That's
boy.
so relatable.
That's so good.
We had to change to sticky notes at my
They're wa-
workplace because I just kept like.
It's like a natural whiteboard.
Welcome to the Pale Pen, friends.
Oh well.
Yeah,
come on.
Cassandra's hiding behind Carl right now.
Good
It's
evening.
not hard.
I hope tonight finds you well.
Thank you.
Hello.
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 I hope we're not intruding or anything.
Oh,
Just saw
no,
the
of
door was
course
open, but
not.
weren't sure what was in here.
This is a place of business. We have many things, many oddities.
I see. I think, respectfully, that they would be more interested in it than I. I don't think I can make much use of it. I don't have the talents.
Anyone can have the talents. I also have a variety of alchemical goods and services that I offer.
Do you have anything that you can hit people with?
I do not have the weapons themselves, but I do have things to augment them.
That sounds interesting. Is it like a big spike?
More esoteric in nature.
I knew you were going to say esoteric.
I love that word. I love that word so
Garl
much.
does not know what that means.
Older, a little bit more archaic.
Garl is impressed. Link was able to read her mind, but okay.
Oh, sorry. I honestly,
No, that's
I
fair,
kind of
that's
thought
fair.
you meant that like she was making a face, like she didn't know what she meant.
No, she probably is. Garl doesn't react at all to the smells of the city. Someone says, like a spelling bee word.
We're just really on one about spelling bees, I see.
Apparently we are.
It's a funny word.
But
Well, what
yes.
would you say? What would you say you specialize in?
The best way for me to say this, I specialize in many things, but what I'm most well known for are oddities and occult things. I do a mean arcane tattoo.
Interesting.
And I also have a variety of sensory experiences
Oh boy.
Rugs.
that can be offered to you, as well as many teas.
Are the sensory experiences in the teas?
No, they are separate things.
You ever
We
drank
don't do drugs here.
Nimbus, who has never done a drug, says, "What do you mean by sensory experience?"
Oh no!
Ah,
Is this like a study aid?
Can
I mean,
be.
it can be a study aid depending on it, but no, these are more
On this episode, the gang takes Adderall. Dun-dun!
hallucinogenic in nature.
Oh. What would be the benefits of such a endeavor?
Enjoyment.
I mean, that happens normally when I get hit in the head hard enough.
You have anything for concussions?
Unfortunately, no. I do have a few things. And they like pull out. They like go and like they crawl up like a They crawl up their shelf and they bring down this case and they open it, and inside are several coins that appear to have like bits of some sort of flower or stem wrapped around them in like a knotting nature. These are coins of comfort. They allow one to be filled with a sense of comfort and safety at a moment's notice.
Oh.
So, out of character, antidepressants.
No, out of character. You can spend an action to interact with the coin once per an hour to rub your thumb along the groove side and become filled with a sense of comfort and safety and reduce your frightened condition by 1.
Oh,
See, in character, Garl asks, so they're coins. Do you have to put them in a slot?
No, you simply rub your hand against it.
The slot?
The coin.
Never mind. Okay.
I suppose what they say about money not bringing happiness is something of a miscommunication then.
Yes. I also do have a number of alchemical devices that I like to play with, and they come back down now. They crawl back up. One of their arms collects what appears to be a scroll and a vial. This is what I call the Vexing Vapor. It contains a fine red powder made from toxic berries. It can be thrown at a creature and it will affect their mind. It is an alchemical bomb of sorts.
yeah, I believe I know what you're talking about, as a matter of fact.
Can you make those links?
I could learn how to, most likely.
He has the formula there for you.
Yeah. Could I take a look at the meta stats of it, Will?
Yeah. Since we're close, I will give you the major formula, as y'all are going to be 17 by the end of this.
We love.
Oh.
Well, actually, no. We'll give you the one below it. So it gives you a +2 bonus to attack rolls with the bomb. It deals 3d6 mental damage and 3 mental splash damage.
Do I already know this bomb?
I don't think you do.
It's not this, right?
No, it is not the Dread Ampule.
Yeah. Okay. I'm curious. I'll take a look at it.
All right. Yeah, and the price for the formula links is 300 gold pieces.
I'll spare that, but you know what? Can I haggle it at all?
Yeah, if you want, you can make me a diplomacy to try to haggle this price down a bit.
Okay.
I'm excited
What
to see how
about
this goes?
what about underworld lore?
I mean, he might know something about it.
Sure,
Like,
I'll let you do underworld lore as well.
Like just because I'm familiar with like market deals, you know, like. Damn it. Okay.
Ouch.
It's not a 1.
I'm afraid the 300 gold will stay.
Not a problem. Okay. I will part with
Oh,
gold.
friends, huddle.
Like,
Garl pulls everyone into a big huddle. I've heard of this sometimes, that if you buy more than one item, they'll give you like a deal.
Oh no!
Sometimes.
So I turn back to the shopkeep. Garl has very specific question.
Okay.
Do you have either boots or shoes themselves that can do this, or a thing that can do that to existing boots or shoes? Garl looks down at her terrible shoes. What if I wanted to walk on walls?
Ah, slippers of spiders.
I don't know what a slipper is.
They're like shoes, but you can wear them inside the house, and they're very comfortable and soft.
You can't wear normal shoes inside the house? Oh
I mean, I
no.
suppose you can, but you probably shouldn't.
depends
Oh,
on
no.
the house.
It does depend on the house. Some
Do you have Groupon? Thank you, Chad.
Do you have Groupon?
Ah, slippers.
Also, I don't know about you guys. I looked in my inventory and I don't know if I've just not been keeping track or Garl has just not been reaching for treasure. I have 6 gold pieces to my name.
Dude, I thought I was broke. I have 78.
Garl comes from a barter society.
I truly haven't spent money since I bought like the hats of disguise back in the tournament arc. So like I have some money, but Garl missed the 6 months of downtime and like the few points we got money during the Viatori Royale arc and then during
That's
the tournament
true.
arc. And
What's a casino?
we do have like party money. We found a bunch of gold in the tunnels underneath.
Yeah, we've mostly just been fighting for our lives in desperate situations, not exactly income-heavy situations since Garl joined.
In the most, like... I swear I'm not hoarding all the money, kind of way. Lynx has been holding a lot of the money, specifically because he's usually the one that needs to use it for his literal combat progression.
Yeah, that's fair.
I have been able to budget it a lot easier because I have the inventor feat, but this is a recipe that I have had no familiarity with in the slightest, so I can't even, like, do anything.
For the record, just so we know, in the tunnels, the abandoned laboratory, we did find 4,000 gold pieces total, a bunch of diamonds, and 1,000 gold pieces in assorted gems. So we do have money. I've just been kind of, I think Nim put it in the first bag of holding and hasn't touched it, just in case anyone dies.
Yeah.
That's what she's holding on to it for.
That is exactly what
but
happened.
if we see something we love, I can do a little book.
We love.
Slippers of spider climbing are 325 gold pieces. They're made from a soft, fine gray silk, and if they're left unattended for a while, they tend to attract spiders that nest inside of them.
Ew!
Are there currently any in them now, or are they in a box?
He knocks them out of them.
Ew!
Do they stab a goblin?
So it takes one action to command them once per hour. Tiny hair-like tendrils extend from the slipper soles, allowing you to walk on vertical surfaces or even move upside down along ceilings for 1 minute. You gain a 20-foot climb speed and don't have to use your hands to climb. However, the slippers require direct traction for you to walk on a wall, so they provide no benefit when you are moving across greased, icy, or oiled surfaces.
No, that's fair. I like the idea of, say, mobility over a big hole that doesn't require me to use my fly spell.
I could also offer you the spider
Nim has
chair
something
that
for
I
that,
have.
though.
Oh, what now?
There's a nim for that.
That is a chair. That is a movable chair. It's 1,800 gold pieces.
I thought all chairs were movable.
The
That's
clockwork
just what I was thinking.
traveler's chair has spinnerets and spider legs that allow it to roll up walls, fire web lines to pull to a location and obstruct foes with webs, and while using the chair you have a climb speed equal to your speed.
Huh.
So it's more of an accessibility device.
Yes.
It's kind of cool.
That's
Good.
really
There's
Someone-
also a frog chair, but It does.
Of course there is.
There's a
It
frog
wouldn't be a campaign written by Will if there wasn't
Yeah.
something frog related.
No, this is
It's
actually
true.
like a canon. This is actually like a canon thing.
Oh, this was an Animal Crossing
Uh-huh.
reference.
No, it's like a canon thing. It's called a frog chair. Sorry to
Okay.
derail. It's a level 8 item. It's 475 gold. It's a clockwork traveler's chair that's shaped like a wheeled frog with springs attached to the bottom and an extendable tongue on the front. So
What
as
is
Okay.
an
one
extendable
action,
tongue for? What is an extendable tongue doing? What
so
is that
as one
extendable tongue
action,
doing on a
once
chair?
per hour, you can
What that
activate
extendable
the
tongue
wheelchair
do?
springs to make hopping leaps for 1 minute. Whenever you leap with the wheelchair, you can leap 30 feet in any direction without touching the ground. And then the tongue is one action once per minute. You activate the tongue to grab a nearby object and bring it to you. Interact with an unattended object within 15 feet and bring it to an empty hand.
Okay, I believe you.
Abby. I'm so
This is so much.
sorry.
It's the hate crime for
It's a
me.
lot. It's...
So, shopkeep, if we were to purchase both Lynx's thing, which I've already forgotten, and these tiny shoes or weird shoes, could that perhaps lower the overall price, like a deal?
Garl, make me a diplomacy check.
Could I make an inadvertent intimidation by just towering over them?
If you'd like to intimidate
For her.
this small, snaky shopkeeper, you can.
Should I do that?
Your classmates may not like you, though, if you do.
That's fair. That's fair. Turnaround is fair play. I'll try the inadvertent intimidation. Just not even threatening wise. Just Garl just uses her physicality unknowingly. Sometimes she's big. She's got lots of scars. She's naturally scary.
Uh-huh.
It's like if a small child is set upon by a very friendly giant dog. 32.
Okay.
And that's a critical success.
Oh God, they have a heart attack and die. The shop is now ours.
Oh,
Ah!
I mean, do you have scared to death?
Oh no.
Checking.
does he have what? What did he say?
I don't have scared to death.
Okay.
I do, however,
Then you're
have
fine.
terrified retreat.
Then you're fine. You don't have scared to death. You will not insta-kill this thing.
Oh God, I forgot. I could have. Oh, I'm glad
You
I
killed
actually...
somebody!
But after a moment, they'll say, "Yes, of course, I'd be happy to. I'd be more than willing
Cassandra,
to part.
do that thing with your head and eat the body.
Oh my god.
I'd be more than happy to part with both of the items for a total of, let's say, 525 gold.
That is a very good deal.
That's 175 gold saved."
What do you think, Lynx?
I out of character. I don't think Lynx exactly has any like marketability instincts.
Nim nods and goes, "That's a good deal."
He will look to Nim in that case.
Nimbus,
And go-
who has the bargain hunter feat,
Mhm.
says, "That's a good deal."
That's a good deal.
Take the deal.
And Lynx will in fact go, okay. I'll pull from his inventory only because I'm not upgrading my bombs anytime soon.
That's fair.
And that's another, it was 300. What'd you say in total, Will? 525?
Yep, 525.
Alright, that brings me down to 188.
As he takes the gold from you, it's just in one of his hands, and you see a number of dolls kind of collecting it and carrying it up via like ladders and like pathways through the shelves up to like a strong box in the top left corner.
Dolls?
Yes,
Different.
little like string dolls.
If I may, 2 questions. First, how much were those coins?
The coins.
God,
Let me check. as I go back to where they are in this book. The coins were 45 gold pieces each.
Oh, that's not bad at all. And I was just wondering out of curiosity if you had anything for familiars, or I don't know, something that my friend might enjoy.
I personally don't, but there is a friend of mine who owns a shop known as the Familiar Rest.
Eh.
They're a few blocks away. It is the shop with the kitten sleeping on a bed as their sign.
Precious.
But they often have items related to familiars of sorts for mages and other casters. You can even stop by and just have a coffee there as well.
How precious.
Yes.
Some
Thank you
sort
for
of
the recommendation.
cafe of cats?
Oh, a familiar cafe, but yeah.
Oh.
I do think I will be taking 2 of those coins, and she doesn't even try to bargain hunt on this one. She just wants the coins of comfort.
They'll offer it to you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Cassandra will gather her courage a little bit,
Oh.
step out from behind Garl, pull out her will, look at the names of the books that Nim's parents are supposed to have, and she says, I don't suppose you have any of these books, do you?
No, I'm afraid I do not. They are not in my reliquary.
Do you know where I might be able to find some?
Ooh, older books like that are often reserved for the nobility.
Mm.
They've often been found in the private collections of the Zaragoza family.
Hmm.
Is good information.
Just pay them a little visit. And I'll put it away and say, what books do you have that might be interesting, or old, or both?
Interesting.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah,
I do have this lovely book that is from an author who is local to here, and they like kind of climb up and they grab this like sort of green spine, like you know that like pale green, like the Disney look away green type of green.
Oh,
The book cover is like that, and it says The Serpent's Kiss.
I'll take a peek, I suppose. It's like, why is everything snakes?
It's a pretty standard romance novel.
It's like, thank you, but I think I'm gonna pass on this one.
Of course.
And she'll back behind Girl, like,
Could I get that bomb name at some point, Will, so I can add it to my formula?
I thought you were gonna ask for the book.
It
It's like,
is
can I
called
get
The
that book?
Vexing Vapor.
And
This
mine
is-
are just slippers of spider climb?
Yep, Slippers of Spider Climb for you, and this is the Greater Vexing Vapor.
It's so vexing. Random question, Will, because I don't actually know this. For investing in magic items, do weapons with like striking runes count?
Not that I believe, no.
So it's just worn things.
Oh, that was sent to Matt,
Okay.
not Cooper. There's the stats for the bomb into Zoom chat, Coop.
Thank you.
Yes. But if you have other business, please do not hesitate to look around.
Thank you very much. You've been a wealth of knowledge and information.
I also like what you've done with the shop. It looks very nice.
Thank you.
Oh, I suppose we should ask. You are obviously local, possibly a pillar of the community. Would you recommend anywhere to eat other than Familiar Cafe?
Food is not something I trifle with, I'm afraid. My sustenance comes from dusty tomes and the ink that covers their pages.
Is he speaking metaphorically?
Possibly, but something tells me no. Can I make up just a general? I don't even know if it'd be a perception check. It might just be like a roll of a d20 to just kind of look around the shop and like see what I land on.
Sure.
If you'd rather, I roll like a d100.
Yeah, just roll me a d20.
Yeah. And solidly in the middle.
On the wall, on the walls, basically like hidden behind a stack of books, almost you can see a number of pieces of artwork that are done in ink, black and white ink.
Interesting. What's the subject matter?
It depends. Like, there are some of them that are simply floral patterns. Some of them are sigils and runes. Others are just geometric shapes stacked on top of one another.
Is there any indication as to their significance?
Not obviously from the artwork, but, you know, he's there.
Yeah, I think I will probably just ask and say, what is the significance of these paintings?
Those are my portfolio.
Your portfolio? Did you do these?
Yes, they are examples of the work that I can do for our magically enchanted tattoos.
Fascinating. And,
That geometric pattern, it came to me in a dream one night with a blinding light.
oh. What does it do?
It can do any number of things.
Sorry, just doing a quick test roll.
For that one, I would imagine that it could, say, prevent one from being injured if a medicine were to not go well, or perhaps heal them. Mechanically speaking, it's a series of basically the geometric shapes stacked on top of each other. If someone attempts to treat your wounds and rolls a critical failure, they get a fail instead. And you can activate it depending on like the strength of the enchantment. We'll say, for example, the strongest one would be 650 gold, and you can basically have a 4th level light spell active at any time you want. And you can command to activate 2 rounds for 2 actions once per day. For 5 rounds, your entire body begins to glow with the effects of the 4th level light spell. And at the start of each of your turns during this time, you regain 2d8 hit points per round.
This is fascinating work. I don't know if I can commit to a tattoo at the moment, but very impressive.
Of course.
I think I'm done, unless anyone else has.
I got my nifty little magic item and
I also got my nifty
didn't
stuff.
scare someone to death accidentally.
I have a whole new recipe that does very specific damage that I'm sure Will has put in my stupid little face for a reason.
Oh, no, it's just a new alchemical bomb that came out with the latest book that I thought you might like. If I'm
not entirely sure how much I believe that, Will.
No, I believe it.
I don't know.
Acting sus.
Nim will turn to the rest of the group and say, well, if you wanted food, we could go to the Familiar's Rest.
Yes.
It doesn't serve familiars as food, right?
No, oh goodness, no. I should hope not. They don't serve the familiars as food, do they?
No, of course not.
Okay,
The owner
okay.
is quite a lovely person. They enjoy the familiars they have and often offer classes to better connect with your animal companions.
So cute.
There were some locations in Brighthall that did that. That's amazing. I don't think I've ever met anyone with multiple familiars.
Yes. Well, keep in mind it is also a shelter, so there are many.
You can't tell me that. How could you say that?
I have so many mixed feelings right
Sam
now.
just kind of leans over and goes, I would like to go to there.
I would like to go there now.
I would like to see the baby.
I would like to
Show me the baby. Show me potato salad.
I mean, like, this is the first, like, big city you guys have gone to, and I've actually, like, built a lot of the stuff in here.
That's part of why I'm so excited to like see what you've sprinkled.
Let's go find the building.
I'm going
Department of Civil
exploring.
Affairs.
It's
the
been
most
so
boring thing.
long. It's been so long since we've been anywhere civilized, and Nimbus is
Oof.
living for it.
Ooh.
We've been hoofing it out in the jungle for a while, y'all.
You're right.
Yeah.
And in various planes of
And in the
horror.
desert, and in the shadow plane. Just give the girl,
Give a girl a break.
give the girl a
Please.
goddamn
Go to the
cortado
familiar's
and
rest.
be done with it.
Yes, let's go to Familiar's
Yes,
Rest.
please.
Well,
I'm
with
so
your
excited.
scaly friend's directions, it can easily be found.
Scalies.
What a nice shopkeep. I like him.
He's nice.
Are you alright, Cassandra?
I don't know where this fear came from. I think it has something to do with the swiveling.
The swiveling?
The swiveling.
Are-
Mhm.
Do you have a fear of like motion sickness?
I don't think so. I'm okay on the boat.
Okay.
Well, let's go find something else then. Not snakes.
I would think it would be because of the legs, but spiders don't bug me that much.
And we're walking.
And we're walking.
And we're walking.
Yeah.
We're looking
And
for a little
once again, the
kitten.
crowded streets and the smell hit you as you leave the store. It looks like they had some sort of candle burning that was keeping things relatively good smelling. But after a short time, you do find the telltale sign of a kitten sleeping on a bed.
Oh.
As you approach the door, it basically there's a little sign on the door that says, "Please check through window to make sure there are no animals in front of door before opening."
I check.
Oh.
I check real good.
I check
Let's
real
all
hard.
do perception checks.
All right, here we go.
Absolutely,
Do we
positively
do
sure.
we have to do perception checks?
No.
or
I'm
we
doing
fail?
a perception check. I failed that perception check real hard.
39. Do you want to leave it to chance, Nim?
Okay, I guess I'm rolling.
25!
I am bullying you.
There are no animals sleeping behind the door, but as you look in, I think the first thing that will catch all of your eyes is what appears to be a koi fish with butterfly wings
Oh.
flying through the air.
It's a little awkward.
Does he? Okay, I need to know for reasons. Is it like a horizontal situation where he's just kind of like gliding, or is the koi fish like hanging perpendicularly with like little like flat flaps?
I would say hanging perpendicularly with little flat flaps, but kind of like magic harping in the air.
Delightful.
Me too, man.
Is he? What I guess
feel
what I was
a
asking
kinship.
was, is he hamburger style or hot dog style?
Hot dog style.
Excellent.
I feel like I'm related to this little guy.
Hello.
Yeah, as you enter in, there is a number of tables set up. There's some people basically sitting at a table having some coffee by the looks of it. And walking basically now towards the door, just like in a pretty standard like looking shirt and vest combination, is a human. They have like this sort of like half chopped hair, like half cropped hair with it shaved down. They're wearing like a sort of tank top and a vest over top of that. And they kind of just say, Welcome to the Familiar's Rest. Can I get you all a table?
Yes, please.
Of course. Follow me right this way. Don't recognize you. Are you travelers, perhaps?
Indeed.
Well then, let me welcome you. I am Tella. I'm the owner of this establishment. Please, have a seat. Here you go. Here are menus. And they will hand you like some menus, and then also here are a list of some of the services that we offer here, including the seminar list that we're doing. We're doing a better connection to your animal companion seminar in about 20 minutes. That interests you.
Sounds delightful. Are you curious to see what could be said in this seminar, Nim?
I'm definitely curious. I kind of thought I had reached the top of what most familiar masters could accomplish, but if there's more, I'm happy to learn.
Yeah, I've never really imagined you and Merle as not compatible or anything, of course, but I'm curious now.
What do you think, Merle?
Merle!
What does he think?
Merle says, Merle doesn't know, but Merle supposes it could be fun either way. Merle's down.
For a second, Merle sounded like Benji.
Merle, I imagine sounding like somewhere between Clee and Bennett. Like the
Oh, boy.
halfway point in between those two voices. I try to emulate that, but who knows?
You have a list of the familiars up for adoption. I would love
Yes,
to just look.
of course. They're on the back page of the menu.
Flip.
Menu!
Yeah. So, up for adoption, there are a number of familiars. However, the ones that are standing out that are a little bit odd. There's pictures of these ones. Cassandra, you kind of shudder at what the first one as it's a pipe fox.
A pipe fox?
Yes, it's a pipe fox. It's a tiny magical fox with a thin, limbless body that is about a foot long.
Oh boy.
It's a
I'm
fox.
looking up the
Different.
pictures right now.
This is not a real thing.
I have very mixed feelings.
I'm picturing like a polecat, but without legs.
It's like a furry snake with a fox head.
Different.
That's adorable? Question mark?
It's like a sentient mink coat.
Oh boy.
And not to be rude, but that is, if it were to sit around your shoulders, that is what it looked like.
They also have an elemental wisp up for adoption.
I'm just looking at everybody.
A fairy dragon up for adoption.
Ooh.
A number of cats up for adoption.
Good.
And sitting in the corner on one of the tables appears to be a creature that's just kind of lounging on all fours with like these like really long white ears and this blank look on its face and this like golden collar around its neck.
He's just living his best life.
What's that one?
As you say that, in your head you hear, "I can offer you magic."
Yeah, you want some magic?
You want some magic, kiddo?
What does this little guy look like again?
Imagine like a white cat with like long ears, that like rabbit ears, except drooping down, and that has this like gold runic collar around its neck.
Did that floppy cat just talk?
I think that floppy cat did talk.
I mean, I've seen Stranger Things.
That's true. I mean,
I
Merle
feel like
talked.
we've seen weirder, I'm not going to lie.
Hmm.
As
Does
you're
Reader have a
as
name?
you're as you like look over at it, Tella just kind of says, "Yes, they're a little bit odd. Their offer is true. They do willingly offer people magical abilities. However, they often do come with a bit of a catch. The creature is very skilled at teaching people cathartic magic.
What's cathartic magic?
Cathartic magic is emotion-based magic.
When you
I'm
cry
like-
to cast a spell, me too, man.
Oh, emotion. I thought you said motion magic. I'm like, that doesn't.
No,
Kinetic magic.
It is emotion magic. It is from the Secrets of Magic.
Hmm.
How secretive.
I'm just going to quickly read off the blurb for it. Cathartic Magic. Some spellcasters draw their magic from the gods, while others shape it to be precisely by manipulating unseen energy. Still others fuel their magic with raw emotion. The Cathartic Mage. These are the Cathartic Mages. Their emotional magic is powerful, but raw and unpredictable.
Ooh. So that's the catch?
Yes, that is emotion-based. Essentially, Cathartic Magic, it's a very interesting system where you gain different spells. However, if certain things happen to you, your magic becomes unpredictable.
Ah.
Ooh, that sounds so chaotic.
It
Potentially,
kind of is.
yes.
I highly recommend people check it out in Secrets of Magic if you haven't. It's a very cool archetype.
There's a lot of neat
Sounds
stuff
like-
in Secrets of Magic.
It sounds like wild magic, but a little bit more like flexible in a role play aspect.
Mhm.
In a good way. Like, I'm actually really interested in that. That sounds fun.
It's on page 194 of the Secrets of Magic for after the stream if you want to go look at it.
I might.
I'll let the group order the food for me. I want to vibe with the pipe fox, weirdly enough, and this bunny cat.
You can.
Or
The bunny
I'll
cat
just-
just kind of like sits on a cushion. Like a space
I would also-
almost.
I would just like your largest beverage.
Yes, of course. And they bring you a very large cup of coffee.
Nice.
Cortado with honey?
Yeah, let me get that for you. And Tella
Are you
comes
casting
back,
a
puts
spell?
all the drinks down, and yeah. It'll cost
It's
you
an
guys 2
espresso.
gold pieces for your time here. It's not so much the drinks that are expensive, it's more just like the time of sitting down here. They use basically the funds they get from people sitting for food in here to pay for like the food for the familiars and everything.
Good.
I think Nim tells Moral that he can go vibe with and play with other familiars if he wants to.
Yeah.
So if Merle wants to go, I don't know if there are other owls for him to go fly around
There's
with,
not
but
owls, but the koi fish is pretty chill.
Merle vibes so hard with the koi fish.
Just sitting there, just
Hi.
bopping.
Hi there. It's very nice to meet ya.
Hi there. Merle's name is Merle.
I'm Koi. It's very nice to meet you, Merle. I hope you're
Koi
having
Dao.
a wonderful day.
Merle is having a wonderful day. Merle is seeing so many other familiars for the first time. I don't think Merle has seen so many familiars in the same place at the same time in Merle's entire life.
Yeah. Well, you know, we've been getting an uptick here. I myself just joined the other week. My old master, well, he's still technically alive, so I'm kind of stuck around here.
Oh, how what would keep you from your master? How would that?
He's lost his mind.
Oh,
Oh,
Sag.
Merle. Sorry, Merle did not mean to ask.
It's all
invasive
good. What can you really
questions.
do except flop in the wind, am I right?
I love him.
This is very surreal.
I too feel this way often.
But yeah, so after a little bit of time, Tella begins their seminar, speaking about the magical connection innate between a familiar and its caster and how that connection can be used. Effectively, Nim, they're talking about familiar master abilities.
Mm-hmm.
However, they offer to basically teach. This class is going to be teaching about how you can use your familiar's natural ambient energy to heal yourself.
Oh, interesting.
So, you've gained access to a new familiar master ability. So this can be one of Merle's abilities if you want. It's called Restorative Familiar. I'm going to put it in the Zoom chat. This can be found in the Grand Bazaar book for the Absalon. But effectively what it does is once per day, your familiar can use 2 actions with the Concentrate trait to give up some of its animating energy and heal you. It must be in your space to do so, but you restore a number of hit points equal to 1d8 times half your level.
Interesting.
Wow.
That is pretty nice.
This does not harm the familiar in any way. It's just...
It's impressive.
You know, Lynx, I've done some reading. There are familiar abilities that are specific for alchemists.
Like, what?
Well, I don't really know the specifics because truthfully, I don't understand what it is that you do or how you do it. I just know that there are certain things, certain specific things, that familiars can do that are really only helpful to alchemists like yourself. Out of character, I read there's an ability that is similar to like this kind of thing where your familiar can have an ability that I think gives you extra somethings.
It gives you extra reagents.
Really?
Yes. As you're looking around, the only familiar in this who has that ability built into them would be Koi.
You can't tell me
and
that,
effectively
no!
what you would have to do is you'd have to reach into their mouth to pull it out.
It was meant to be. It was meant to be.
Will, if Koi joins this group, you will be voicing him. Like, he will be your character. I do need you to know that.
My name's Koi. I'm a familiar.
Shit. From a roleplay perspective, this sounds really fun, but while we hoof it frequently, we don't hoof it for a long enough time that it's impactful to me. Like, I think the lowest I've ever gotten on infused reagents has been like just shy of half inventory.
That's fair. I don't know how any of that works, and neither does Nimbus, so she thought she would just, like, pitch that to you.
They're almost like spell slots, in my honest opinion. They refresh after long rest, they refresh each day. Like, it just...
Fascinating.
I was just going to mention during all this talk of, like, familiars and stuff, Garl's rage summon tries to kind of come out of her mouth, and she's like, just swallows that.
We're not going to unpack that right now.
Nope. The trauma mental is staying inside for the moment.
The fact that it's named trauma mental fucks me up every time.
Hey,
Trauma
we
mental.
haven't seen it in a while. That's great. You know, we put it in the box.
Oh,
no one has to look at it.
What?
I just got the joke of the name.
Trauma mental?
Yeah, it's an element. It's a trauma element. That's good.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Oh, that went over my head for a few weeks.
Matt's funny.
Can I look at, like, things around the shop that they might have to purchase for familiars?
Like a little t-shirt? A branded
they have
t-shirt?
a whole bunch of, like, little familiar clothing. Unfortunately, there's not that many, like, familiar-based items in Pathfinder. But there's like a little
sweaters.
There's a little tuxedo. If you want Merle to be all dapper. And you know.
I think I will purchase him a sweet little bow tie and a dapper, like, navy blue. I think he would look quite sweet with a bow tie.
Fair enough.
In case we have to go to any... Nim turns to whoever is next to her and justifies this purchase by saying, you know, in case we have to go to any of the noble parties in the area to, you know, infiltrate, we would want to fit in. She hands over her gold. However much it is, just let me know.
Thank you for the purchase. It's 5 gold pieces for the outfit.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
I
I mean,
appreciate
she is just getting the bow tie, I think.
Yeah, that's fine. It's 5 gold pieces for any outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Lynx will watch this happen and just roll his eyes slightly, but is secretly looking forward to seeing this on Merle.
Oh. You don't have to wait long. Nimbus puts it on basically immediately.
You're goddamn right she does.
And Merle
Yeah, goddamn right.
Merle puffs out his chest and preens and enjoys the attention.
Hey, that bow tie is looking real good on you, Merle.
Thank you. Merle appreciates the positive attention.
Yeah,
Oh.
looking great, Merle. You keep it up, and keep your fleshy safe, eh?
Keep my what?
Your fleshy, the human.
Oh boy.
You're fleshy!
That is Miss Nimbus. She has a name, and it's Miss Nimbus.
I didn't know her name until now. I'll call her Miss Nimbus now. Keep your Miss Nimbus safe, eh?
I will keep my Miss Nimbus safe. Thank you very much. that's
Are they
Merle.
speaking common or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Merle has speech, like the speech ability, as well as touch telepathy.
As does this koi.
I was gonna say, this bastard does too.
I was just wondering
and
if they
that's
were just, like,
such a crime.
Touching foreheads and communicating telepathically.
I wish I had like a use for him. I would love to take him with us. What a vibe check this little lad is.
Does this rabbit cat have a name?
It's just a rabbit cat.
It's a rabbit cat?
Yep.
Is that...
Rabbit cat kids.
Hey, do you have something you prefer to be called?
I am
Like-
simply a vessel of knowledge, and a way for one's emotions to be paid as a price.
Literally so true.
This is a very interesting city we've found ourselves in.
What happened to your last, buddy?
She was eaten.
By what?
A large creature that just bent over and bit her in half.
Oh my god, I love Model
Is this
Magica.
fucking Cube? Is this fucking Cube, you motherfucker? Cause Abby, run. I will explain later.
Don't make any deals, Abby.
I
Do you want to be a magical
bunny
girl?
cat.
You want to be a
No,
magical girl?
no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
You get a cool outfit and powers.
You sure
No,
do,
you
but at
don't.
what
There is a
cost?
whole series
I
about
can
why
offer you
this
magic
cat is a terrible idea.
power.
What if I got the bunny cat but didn't use the bunny cat's magic? Kind of like.
Do you say that now? That's exactly what the plot of the show is.
Oh no! This
Abby,
is what I get for not watching anime, apparently.
Abby, go. It is. I think it's still on Netflix after the stream. Go and watch Puella Magi Madoka Magica. It's 12
You would
episodes
really like
long.
it.
It slaps. It's very good. It is kind of dark though.
Kinda.
The reason that Will saying, "Oh, a large creature just picked her up and bit her and killed her and ate her," is what tipped me off as to knowing that this creature was from this fucking show. God damn it, Bunny Cat. Look up Cube.
How do you spell that?
I'll just put it. I'll put it in the Discord. We'll talk about it later.
What does the owner say about this familiar?
Remember, chat, don't make any deals with Fae Familiar. Just don't.
Well, Tello kind of just, it's one of those things where, like, Tello's just like, oh, they've been here for some time now, but, I've never taken up on their deal.
Something about this just always rubbed me the wrong way. I just never took them up on the deal.
Cassandra, something about this feels a
Oh,
little.
I'm just like holding it. I'm like, but it's been here so long.
Do we?
You know?
Okay,
Yes,
but
I
think about
have
it.
been here for so long.
Tella, what
Yes.
animal has been here the longest? Who needs a home?
Oh no.
Well,
Oh.
they're all very happy here, but I would say animal that most needs a home. Tella kind of like walks, kind of brings you all over to like this like back room area. They open the door, and inside of this room, basically in like what appears to be like a cat bed, is a cat, but it is a black cat with 6 legs, 3 eyes, and like almost like a purple sheen to them.
Quirky.
Aw.
Does it look old? Because, like, my favorite breed of animal is geriatric.
Oh,
I love you so much.
To give us context, because our group knows this cat very well, on a scale of like 0 to pepper, it's like a solid 6 on the chunk. It's a pretty chunky cat. They're a little bit old looking. They're like, their ears are like droopy a little bit.
A little gray around the nose.
Little gray, but like it's still like a purpley gray.
Cassandra can't help herself. She reaches to pick up the cat.
Understandable.
Is this a familiar or just a cat?
I mean, any creature can become familiar with the proper magical energy.
Yeah, you just might not have speech training.
What?
You can train them later, depending on how much you invest in your relationship with your familiar. Oh.
How much for the kitty cat?
How much is that kitty cat in the window?
It's an adoption, so you're free to take it.
Do you want to come?
I'm a pretty good judge of character. I don't often, I don't let... There's some goblin children who try to eat the pets from time to time. I don't let them take them, but you all seem like proper folk.
I ask it if it wants to come with us.
It just kind of like snuggles up into your arms, like rubs
Oh,
its
boy.
head up against your shoulder. Aww.
I won't take it.
Kenny, your mic's not picking you up right now.
Oh, I said Cassandra, familiars are a lot of responsibility. You have to make sure they're well fed. You have to love them every single day. And it's not a chore by any stretch of the imagination. But you have to love them, okay?
It's like while you were saying this, Cassandra was like on its belly just.
Me.
Oh.
He's just like, I don't think I've ever had a pet before, or familiar,
That you remember.
that I remember at least.
Does
Oof.
Garl count?
I was thinking it. I was not going to say it. I wasn't going to say it.
Wow. Wow.
Also, some of the overtones make that even weirder a question.
What?
I pretend I do not hear it.
But yes. You can now add, 1 abomination cat to your inventory.
Abomination cat!
Abomination cat?
Yeah, if you've ever seen, like, The Simpsons, you know that 3-eyed fish? It's like that, but a cat.
Oh, poor
Blinky?
baby.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, what is it going to take for like an investment in a non-familiar familiar? You know what I mean?
So a non-familiar familiar, basically the way I'm going to do it, and there's no rules for it, but effectively you would get access to 1 familiar and 1 master ability.
Nice.
So, yeah, we can go over that later. But effectively, if you pick up a familiar and it's not like a familiar granted to you from a feat that gives you multiple familiar master abilities, you just get 1 of each.
Nice.
Even if it's not familiar.
He's just cute. Cassandra, I highly recommend preparing pet cache. That way, when things get scary and things get too loud, they don't have to see any of the gross stuff and scary stuff that we have to deal with. They just go boop in your coat, and they're
Proceeds
very
to target
safe, and they have
the
food.
familiars with fireballs.
How dare you? Don't even joke about that.
What level spell is that? 1?
1, level 1. It's something that has been on Nim's spell list permanently at all times. Since
love
day
that.
1.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I-
take this little key cat.
I thank Tella profusely and tell her she's doing a wonderful job. Thank you. Thank you for running this place. It's really lovely. You do good work.
No worries.
Are you muted?
Nope.
Ah, never mind.
Are you? Would you like our bunny cat as well?
Do
Unlimited
you want us to
magic.
have the cat?
A wish, even.
I don't think we should take away from someone else's opportunity, personally.
I mean, like, what kind of wish?
No, thank you, Garl.
No, thank you.
Walk away. Walk away.
I mean, we could wish for anything. We could wish for a wish-granting pet.
Garl.
As y'all begin to leave the building, a number of like young adolescents come in, and they all sit at a table and they start drinking coffees together. And you see one of them just like look over towards the bunny cat, and you guys are out of there.
I hate this guy.
Not my business, not my problem. And that's the true New York City aesthetic, honestly.
I was real close to picking up that pipe fox. That thing looks kind of adorable.
I think Nim spends the walk to probably the flip house and chattering to Cassandra about like the place where she found Merle and like the ritual that she did to become like familiar ambassador. And there's like that's what she's chattering about on the way back.
I mean, I guess that's the question. Where do you all want to head after your time at the Familiar's Rest?
Flip house?
Flump Hotel. Flump Hotel.
I mean, we do need
Probably.
somewhere to stay. And
We do need somewhere to
hold on a sec. Girl kind of just taps her head. Why are we here again?
To topple an oppressive governmental regime and unseat Trellidar's hold on the area.
I would like to make a perception check to see how oppressed the people are.
So
It-
true,
obvious.
bestie.
Obviously.
Oh. So it's like a DC of 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Are y'all?
Think so.
Okay. You all head towards
Okay.
the flip house.
Yeah.
Yeah. The door is unlocked. It has the open sign. It has rooms available, basically plastered in a window. It's like a 4-story building that's like squat together between like these two large warehouses.
Oh. I wonder why it's called Flip House.
And yeah, as you open the door, there's a number of interesting things. You see a number of tables on the ground. However, there are also a number of tables that are suspended in air. With chairs, and there are creatures basically with flight capabilities clearly sitting in those.
Oh, okay.
The first thing to catch your eye is towards the back right corner of the tavern section of this inn. There is a stage. And on the stage, with each one of their tentacles controlling an instrument, like a one-man band,
Wow.
is a flump.
Yes.
Can you
Good.
describe a flump to us, Will?
Please.
I will do you one better,
Oh,
Oh boy.
and I will
a picture says 1,000 words.
I will
Will
produce
chat be
a
able to
picture of
see?
a flump onto the stream, and I'll put it onto the map layer so people can see it.
Little man.
There's the flump. The flump on the stage, though, their tentacles on like their chin, they appear to have been groomed together to create like a tentacle goatee.
Oh, boy. Oh god, is it a beatnik flump?
And like
Slowly bonging a drum.
yeah, there appear to be two of the tentacles that are working on some bongos. It's like when the wind blows and the fog rolls in, out of nowhere like a ghost she appears again. And they're kind of just like singing this like very slow ballady piece.
Who is she?
Who is she?
Who is she?
Who is she?
What is she wearing?
one who took my heart.
Who is she wearing?
Who is she
Flung
wearing
it
tonight?
Again. Through the docks of Salagoza and into the ocean. And it just keeps kind of like singing. As that's going on, another flump kind of floats their way towards you. Hello and greetings, travelers. Welcome to the Flip House. I'm Flip. That's Hit. And they point to the stage. The flump on the stage is named Hit. I'm Flip. That's Hit. We're the owners of the bar and we're partners. Can I get you all a table? Do you have flight capabilities to sit in our flying section, or would you like to sit in the ground section?
Perhaps the ground section, but
Perhaps the ground.
we'd also like a room. I believe you may have interacted with a friend of ours.
Looks you up and
kind of
down, Nim.
Blonde hair.
Oh yeah, that Alessandro one, I assume then.
Yes, yeah.
She was a lovely person. Would not. Oh goodness, great. Oh, that means you're Nimbus. Oh, okay. Welcome.
Did she say something about me?
I mean, yeah, she talked about you a fair amount actually. We got her really turned one night. Anyway,
No. What did she? Can I
I'm
have-
sorry. What?
Not turn.
Oh boy.
Yeah, well,
you have to understand, bartender, drunk, patron privilege. But
I respect bartender, drunk, patron privilege, both in and out of character.
Nimbus does not.
It's
in
a
this
sacred
particular
bond.
situation.
I can't say I blame her.
all good things, I swear. But please have a seat. We'll get you some drinks to get started. We got a number of brews here, but we also have just general waters and juices for the non-alcoholic types. And he looks over to Lynx, looks like you could use something strong.
you got red.
Red for filth.
Yeah.
Effectively, this flump has investigator levels.
Good. Oh, I like him.
This flump has investigator levels, and effectively what they do is they abuse that's odd every time they re-enter the room to like figure out what they need to do for service. The other flump, Hit, has bard levels. They are a bard flump.
Delightful.
I love them. I love them so much. Nim will just have water.
Cool. They bring you some water. It's just regular water.
He
I-
said it like that.
I did hear mention of turnt. Do you have any ales?
Oh yes, we have many ales. My personal favorite's the pale ale.
Actually, hold on. Not necessarily an ale, but bring me your darkest, most bitter brew.
Okay, I can do that. They bring you out like essentially what is an Irish coffee.
Ooh, more coffee. Garl's not gonna get to sleep tonight.
Nope.
Girl.
Having a sleepover.
And then
I want whatever the strongest thing you have is.
Ooh.
all right, one vial of Bahamut coming up.
On what?
It's a cocktail.
Oh boy.
It's a cocktail. It is in a martini glass. It is a rum cocktail that has a bunch of basically dragon fruit juice into it.
Ooh,
It's-
awful.
Ooh.
It's mixed together with a little bit of vodka and a couple miniature cherries into the middle of it.
Nice. I would like to roleplay drinking this for what it is worth. Lynx would like to take like a sniff of it and see just how strong it actually would be.
Well, to put it quite frankly, as part of the serving of it, they light the top on fire.
Oh, delightful.
Oh.
Doesn't that burn off some of the alcohol?
Shh.
Corellia, for yourself?
Do you have any snacks?
Yes, I do have some snacks. We'll get you... here we go. And they fly back with some chips and salsa for the table.
Delightful.
We also do have a lovely salad.
Oh, a
A
salad?
what? A what?
A salad.
Ah,
I don't know what that is, but I'll try it.
Calder
would
flashbacks.
love a salad.
Will, just out of curiosity, I'm not sure if this is me just reading into too much subtlety. What name did they call Cassandra?
Cassandra.
Yeah?
Wait, did they? They didn't.
No, Will called you Corellia.
No, the NPC called her Corellia.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
It's like
no.
everybody else
Oh,
notices this
no.
except Cassandra. She's just like, yeah. What?
When
Wasn't
they
really
leave the
what that
table,
is.
I say, Cassandra, did you say your other name out loud at any point since we got to the city?
No. I look
How
back
did-
at them. I'm like,
How did they know that then?
Alessandra could have said something? She seems
Comes back. I have a
talkative.
detect thoughts up consistently to get customer information, just baseline information and possible wants.
I do not consent to that.
That feels a bit obtrusive. I mean, I understand the
Intrusive.
benefits of it, but
It's honestly something I can't turn off. It's just kind of built into me.
I can turn it off.
that's a terrible burden, to be quite honest.
Yes, that's why I stay in the bar, and Hit usually goes out and collects things.
We'll tip well.
Will, this might be a bit of a stretch, but just because I'm a little bit paranoid about it, could I argue the use of schooled in secrets because I'm this familiar and intimately close with Cassandra after such a long time of traveling together,
Mhm.
and just see if there's any sort of like what's the word? God damn it, I can hear myself on the stream and I don't like it. Any sort of paraphernalia or any suspicious looks, whatever it could be, like the just might prove his I have detect thoughts on incorrect.
Yeah.
Okay. You're schooled in secrets, and I can use occultism in place of diplomacy, just in general for
Pop me an
this.
occultism check. This seems legit.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so no one has clocked it then. That's her her dead name.
My apologies.
You didn't know, but just to correct that.
Such a literal interpretation of the phrase dead name.
It was all that came to mind. First thought, not always best thought.
Flip just kind of like goes for a short time, returns, drops your food and stuff, and I apologize then for that. First round is on the house, and
Oh,
yeah.
You're very kind.
Nim does do a quick little
Glug,
detect
glug, glug.
poison.
no, there is
Why
no
not?
poison and no slad pulls in any of the food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Lynx,
would those even show up as poison?
Yes.
I know they counted as disease.
Yeah, then that's fair.
Lynx pulls with his pinky a little bit of infused reagents, like just from the pouch that he stores them in, and just dabs them onto his nose after like silly puttying with them a little bit to give them a more like floral scent, and does just one shot the bile of Bahamut.
Oh boy.
It hits you like a truck.
Absolutely delightful. I
Um,
cannot wait to roll con saves all night
make me a
long.
fortitude save.
I think everybody's just like wide eyes, like, what?
Is this like putting gunpowder in a drink?
Lynx,
It's
you
okay.
manage to like hold it back, but like there's like a slight cough and a little bit of fire comes out of your mouth.
Oh,
He looks at Garl and just
Respect?
But yeah, Other notable features of this bar include what appears to be like a large like local message board that people have like put notices up on.
If only I could read.
There's the rooms that go upstairs, and other than that, there's a number of patrons. There's what appears to be a group of Teflings in the corner of the room that are playing cards.
Cards?
Oh no, Cassandra's latent gambling streak.
Yeah,
Oh,
I remember that.
she's just in a silly, goofy mood.
It's only goofy mode.
Now I have a child to take care of now.
Mm-hmm.
I must put my
Think of the
gambling
children.
ways behind
I remember gambling.
before I was a mother.
It's like I remember Friday nights.
Nimbus like nods understandingly as if she hasn't had Merle since she was 9 years old.
Nor, it's true.
But yeah, what would y'all like to
Out of
do?
curiosity, Will, the version of the Irish coffee they brought Carl, what is like the caffeine percentage we're talking here?
And how strong is the
definitely
alcohol?
more alcohol than caffeine.
Okay, I'm just trying to think of how much is after the big coffee at the cafe and now here, how much is Carl just kind of vibrating in her seat? Then again, there's a lot of body mass to go through for the caffeine, so
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
As y'all are enjoying yourselves, is there anything that you'd like to do?
I think I clock that Garl is a little feeling some kind of way. And decides to maybe ask a few questions. Especially because now she's just very curious about a specific topic. And she
Oh.
asked Garl, Garl, do you remember when you asked me if Alessandra and I were close? We were on watch. Do you remember that conversation?
Carl almost chokes on a little bit of her drink. Maybe?
Oh no, I was just wondering what gave you that impression, because at that point I don't think you'd ever seen us interact in any way that would indicate general closeness, so I was wondering if maybe she had said something.
To be honest, I had just noticed that you guys seem to have a prior relationship, and she's pretty, and you're pretty, and I just thought, well, this is really good.
Hot girl summer.
Is Garl lying?
No, Garl is very much not a she doesn't talk around things. That's why she always just is very careful in picking her words. She will never like intentionally say something like untrue, probably. She just will try and talk around things and just pick her words very carefully.
So she is being truthful when she says Alessandra never said anything to her.
No, but admittedly, before ran into you guys, she never would have thought to ask Alessandra about. So here, tell me about this person I've never met before.
But she did say something.
As this conversation is happening, the door of the bar opens. And speaking of attractive women, walking into the bar
Legs like dynamite.
is a very, very wonderful looking lady with a very like beautiful but simple purpley dress with this like sort of like black corset over the top of it. And on the back of the dress, embroidered as she's like walking past your table, you notice that there are small butterflies embroidered along the back of the dress.
Oh.
As she's walking, you notice like she has this like very long black hair and very pale skin. Her like skin is very tight to her body, and like there's a couple points where you can see like the veins running up her arms a little bit, but they're almost like not in like it's like the veins that are visible on her body almost just like accentuate the shape of her body.
Huh.
She has like this like lovely eye makeup done. That's like the like Egyptian sort of swirl with like a nice purple eyeshadow. And she
The Eye of
basically
Horus.
goes. She waves to the flumps. They wave back at her, and she just like pins something to the board and then begins to walk out.
Who wants to go read what's on the board?
Girl's like, I wish I knew how to read.
Yeah.
Can I make a religion check? The purple butterflies are a very
Obviously
specific.
Desmond. Obviously Desmond. No religion required.
Gotcha.
I'm willing to roll like against this because I am definitely drunk.
No, I'll let you glean it.
Cool.
Here, I'll just have the handout become available to everyone.
Yeah.
A handout.
And this way I do it very nonchalantly and no one really notices.
Exit. I actually have to do
Clean
this.
contents.
I love this feat. I feel like I just get to like peek into business that isn't mine whenever I want to sometimes.
I have to reset roll 20 because I had the handout popped open in another frame. And sometimes roll 20 doesn't like it when you do that.
Sometimes roll 20's a little bitch.
So to players. So to everyone.
Hashtag non-spawn. Oh.
Boop. There you go, Links, if you want to read that to the class.
Oh.
Nim, I hope I'm reading this right. Desna's hope seeks aid. Mother Triselda seeks help with locating missing children from the orphanage. Any interested parties should seek out the mother at the orphanage. Reward to be discussed with Mother Triselda. May your dreams be kind and your nights restful.
Dun dun dun.
We tried to catch up with her. Mommy? Sorry. Mommy?
Mommy? Mommy? Mommy?
Nim takes a moment to look at that, and you see her mouth like open and then close and then open again and then close again, and then she runs out the door to follow the woman.
Link stumbles after her.
Make me a perception check, Nim.
Roll 20. Boop 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 boo.
You see her very obvious silhouette walking down the road, and then she almost just disappears into the mist.
Dang.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
We got our thread to follow.
Oh boy.
We got a thread, boys. We got.
Though missing orphans, I fear this will not end well.
Desna copying Death's look.
So everyone, thank you so much for coming out to tonight's episode of the League of Amazing Adventurers. Join us next week as our party continues to pull at the threads of Salagoza and perhaps discovers what is happening in this city.
Dun,
The
dun,
true
dun,
meaning
dun,
of
dun.
friendship.
Oh.
Missing orphans?
Oh.
Missing
Champagne.
orphans.
Or friends? Is that what you call them?
But yes, thank you all so much for coming. Don't forget to check out our many other shows here on the channel, like the League of Amazing Adventurers on Friday and the Calling Chronicle on Friday and the Strength of Thousands AP on Monday. Keep an eye out for our bonus streams by checking out our Discord, following us on Twitter, and keeping an eye on your notifications on Twitch. Otherwise, let's go and say hi to NVGN.
Ooh.
We haven't raided them in a while, and they're online. And we will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Guys.
Bye.
I'm hungry.
Mom now.
Huh.